Well, hello everybody. Happy today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday afternoon, and this is Mark Comfort. My wife Mimi and I own Cruise Holidays and Comfort Tours and Travel. And today I'm really excited. We are going to have a webinar on the properties that I call my favorite in all of the Caribbean for all-inclusive resorts. And we are working with B. Barbero, the corporate director of sales for the Marival Group. The Marival Group at this time consists of three wonderful properties. I call them good, better, best. They might not like me to call them that, but they're good, better, best is the easiest way for the consumer to think about it. And the B is going to talk about the unique differences between the Marival Emotions, the Marival Armony, and the Marival Distinct. And I have spent many vacations and a couple birthdays at these properties, especially the nicest one, the Marival Distinct, that I just absolutely love. These properties are very unique, maybe to any of the all-inclusive resorts that you may or may not know about over on the Cancun side of Mexico, or in Cabo, or in Dominican Republic or Jamaica. So you're going to hear the differences about them today. And our staff, we have been able to get our staff to do these site inspections at the Marival properties, the three different Marival properties, many times. So our property, or our staff, knows these properties. They know the area, they know the things to do, they know, gosh, we've got all the information as to the right place to put you in the properties, all about the accommodations, how good the food is, the wine is, and the service, of course. And I just think what the best thing for me to do is tell you from a personal point of view. I just love these properties. I guess when me being the owner of our company with my wife Mimi for 32 years, and of all the properties that we have that I can choose to spend a birthday, I've spent two of my big birthdays in at the Marival Distinct over the years, and I'm looking to do another one next May 30th for a week or maybe 10 days for that other big birthday that ends with a zero. I can't believe it. With that said, a lot of things are going on in the world of vacations. Thank goodness everybody in the United States, and especially in the Midwest, at least for our audience that we get to deal with in person a lot. We're seeing confidence, lots of confidence. So many people are getting vaccinated. And with that, there's a huge number of people that literally are vacationing right now. They're making plans right now. And they're making plans for this summer, this fall, this year, as well as for 2022. And I don't blame you a bit. I think you should. Matter of fact, in February, I was just down at the Marival Harmony with a group, and we had a spectacular time. That property is so wonderful. That's the newest of their three properties. And you know what? You deserve a vacation. All of these resorts their safety protocols are honestly the best they've ever been. Country of Mexico and all the states have allowed the all-inclusive resorts to increase maximum capacity from whatever it is, 30%, they're about up to 60%. And they've proved to have done a phenomenal job in keeping people safe on their vacations, and not just safe, but safe and still give them a fun, relaxing, peaceful experience that is so very well deserved. So the other thing I want to tell you, and we'll talk about this more at the end of the webinar, but 2022 is shaping up right now to be perhaps the best year in the history of the vacation industry from everybody's point of view, from B's point of view at the Marival Group, from the all-inclusive resorts all over the Caribbean and Mexico, the river cruise industry, the ocean cruise industry. So people are asking me if there's a lot of deals out there, and my comment very simply is there are in 2021. There's still some good values if you can be a little flexible. 2022, there's going to be a race for space, meaning finding new availability is going to be our biggest challenge, and there won't be nearly as many deals. Don't plan on deals in 2022 is my point. So with that said, B, it is a pleasure. I've known B. Barbero, the corporate director of sales for the Marival Group, for, oh my gosh, I guess going on 11, maybe 12 years, something like that, from when they first started. We were one of the first groups at the brand new Marival Distinct with our Dick Wilson radio celebrity group in January of 2010, I believe it was. Just a phenomenal experience. And B, I'm looking at a friend. You are a friend in this business. We're business partners, yes, but you're more than that. You're a friend. Welcome to our Marival webinar, and thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me, and good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Bea, and as Mark just mentioned, I am the Corporate Director of Sales for Marival Resorts. And one of the things that Mark, already touched upon is something that makes a big difference in the Maryvale family, and that's the staff. And I think that says a lot about a property, because there are many great hotels in our destination and many destinations around the world. But I think just going above and beyond and having that, what we've accomplished as and consider a home feeling, is something that is transmitted with you as clients, and it keeps you coming back, because I know from Kansas City and from Comfort Tours, my goodness, the number of repeat clientele we have coming down to the resorts is just absolutely fabulous. I myself have been with Marival Resorts for just over 21 years, almost actually 21 and a half now. So, and I'm probably one of the ones that has the least amount of time in on our executive team. So we're one big happy family, and just like any family, sometimes we get along, sometimes maybe we don't, and we disagree. But at the end of the day, we're here basically to serve you and make your holiday experience just an amazing one. And we've had such a difficult year and so unique to what any of us could have ever imagined. Our lives would be sort of turned upside down, because I think we're all affected. And of course, those of us who work and live and breathe the tourism business have been hit hard. But I mean, I think overall, like we've all been affected, and it's time for a vacation. I'm so glad to see that the vaccines are rolling out and things are getting better. People are out there in their interest in travel, and I couldn't, Mark could not have said it better himself. We are definitely looking at some great production and reservations going into late fall and into 2022. I think a lot of people are, I don't want to say frustrated, but definitely looking forward to a vacation. And maybe you didn't actually travel, in 2020, and you were thinking you were going to do it in 2021. So all the more reason the demand is going to be there. So with that said, I do want to also just touch upon one more thing in regards to safety and protocols. These items have been implemented, ever since we reopened the hotels back in July last year. So there's a new normal. How long that will go on is hard to say. But at this point in time, I think some of the things that we've implemented are actually probably going to stay, because I think they're for the better. But as far as our staff is concerned, all of our staff wear masks around the property, and those that are actually with direct service with food and beverage and whatnot actually also wear protective shields. So on that aspect, I think it's something that you can feel pretty secure about being on site at the resorts. And our guests, it is not mandatory for you to wear a mask throughout the property. However, some of our guests choose to do so, and that's absolutely up to each individual's decision. And on that note, because we want to talk about the properties and see what Maribel is all about, the one thing that we certainly quickly reacted is that we implemented, as many resorts did, that we have included the antigen test that you need to have to go back to the United States. And that will be effective as long as it is needed on your end, as far as a requirement to go back into the United States from international travel. So again, that's another plus. Mark was here, as he mentioned, at Armony with a group in February, and it's pretty easy smeezy. It takes like 3 minutes, not even, and it's right on site, so you really don't have to even leave the resort, and it's just there for your comfort, for your safety, and obviously it is required by the United States government. So with that said, I'm going to roll into what Maryvale is all about here, and let's talk about the 3 Marival Resorts, because it offers something different for everyone's price point, the number of people traveling, and just what you're looking for overall. And if you just excuse me just one moment, sorry, I had a freeze there on my screen, my apologies. All right, so we do have 3 very different resorts, everything from price point, the type of accommodations, the location even, and all 3 of our hotels are located on the Pacific coast of Mexico. So you're flying into Puerto Vallarta's airport, and we are located with our first 2 properties 15 minutes north from the airport itself. So the transfer time is very, very fast and quick. So just a few minutes and you're already starting your all-inclusive vacation. Our flagship property in Nuevo Vallarta, which is the beginning of Riviera Nayarit, which is where we're located, is the Marival Emotions. Then literally half a mile, 2 minutes down the road, is our Maryvale Distinct property. And our newest property, which is Marival Harmony, is also located in the area of Riviera Nayarit, but in a micro destination called Punta de Mita, which is about 20 minutes away from the Nuevo Vallarta area. So again, about a 40-minute transfer ride to your resort if you were choosing to stay at Marival Armony from the airport itself. So one of the common denominators of our hotels is, I mentioned the home feeling at the very beginning. Of course, the staff that make all the difference. But I want to start talking about our Marival Emotions property, which is our fun, friendly, active, and it is our original property. So why not start there? 497 rooms. This is a great, great price point. So anyone that's looking to travel, the great thing about the Marival Resorts, which is another common denominator, is that we have multi-bedrooms. So nestled within the 497 rooms at this resort, we also offer 1 and 2 and 3 bedroom suites, which are ideal for families that are traveling together, or groups of friends that want to have, you know, that common area, a living room, dining room area type, and still be able to retreat to your own privacy and having your own private bedroom and bathroom. So this is a great option with Marival Emotions. In Nuevo Vallarta, and I have to also stress the fact that in Punta de Mita, this is also the case, we have active swimmable beaches. So if you're looking for an all-inclusive vacation and you want to get into the water and take part in some of those water sports that we include with the boogie boards and kayaks and whatnot, these are great options because it is a fantastic beachfront in front of all 3 of our properties. So with Marival Emotions, we have, again, 497 rooms. What's nice about this, and I'm just showing you a quick map on this resort because 500 rooms almost sounds like a lot, but everything is strategically placed where you can find something to eat or drink, or to go back to your room, or to go do an activity of any kind on site. The pool areas, everything is very close. So you do not need to take a shuttle within the actual property. It is absolutely 100% walkable. So as I mentioned, we have some wonderful resort rooms. These were renovated a couple of years ago, so I think they look better than ever at this time. So they're more of a Mediterranean feel. So if you're looking to travel and have a resort room, because there's only a couple of you traveling and you don't need something larger, or perhaps your budget is, you know, for this resort and for this room category, we have, again, something for everyone's taste. As I mentioned, 1 bedroom suites. We also have 2 bedroom suites. And when you're looking at pricing, which of course, this is something that the counselors at Comfort Tours can help you with, is that you'll see if you're traveling as a family that the pricing includes up to 3 children free under 13 years of age. And what the best part about our suites are, of course, is that perhaps if you have a family and you have this number of children, or, you know, now it's the grandkids or nephews and nieces, I'm sure you probably find it very difficult to find rooms that accept 5 people in a regular room. So this is a great option that we implemented back in 2004 when we did a renovation of our original property, Marival Emotions, and carried on to Marival Distinct and Marival Harmony to provide these options for larger families. Moving on to Marival Distinct, as Mark mentioned, we have been open almost 11 years, and just right before that time is when I believe I met Mark and Mimi. So we have a great relationship, and I think as travel counselors, especially nowadays with everything that's happened this last year, their advice, their recommendations, the information that they can provide you with is just absolutely so valuable. And most of the staff at Comfort Tours have actually been down to our properties, so they have first-hand-on experience on what the resorts are all about. So I think that is just a wealth of information to take into consideration. So what we wanted to do with the Marival Distinct property is that we wanted to open something a little bit more luxurious, right? So we had the fun, friendly, active, and then taking a step up into the luxury world, I guess you could say, we decided to open a smaller property in the sense of the number of rooms. And I just said rooms, but I should say they're not even suites. We call them residences because they are fully equipped homes pretty much. You've got full kitchen, living room, dining room area, even ensuite laundry in our residences. So we have 169 of these, and we have different categories. So it really just depends on the number of persons that are traveling with you, what type of view you might be looking for, and what's the best fit for you. So one of the other things that we have is that the property itself, again, looking at this map quickly, we have 3 buildings. So you can see we have the main building here, one on the left side and one on the right side with its different pool and jacuzzi areas here. And we have a wonderful path that literally takes you maybe 2.5 minutes to walk out into this wonderful area called Montsamare, which is not just a beachfront area with lounge chairs and cabanas. It has a pool area, it has a restaurant that is open for lunch and dinner, as well as a bar area and a wonderful area for events if you're looking to celebrate something special down in our destination at our resorts. So as mentioned, the beachfront is spectacular. You can walk in either direction for quite some time until you tire out, or jog if that's your preference. And the different residences that we have really again start at 1 bedroom. That's the smallest units that we have, and the 1 bedroom are 1,400 square feet. So it's a very spacious accommodation to spend your all-inclusive vacation. We also have 2, 3, and even 4 bedroom residences. So 11 persons can fit in our largest unit, which is the 4 bedroom. So again, if you're doing a multi-generational trip, this is absolutely the place you want to go to. Again, location wise, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms, but we also have different categories. So again, the experts to explain this in detail and to fit exactly what you want, are looking for, and what your budgets are definitely the travel counselors at Comfort Tours. So our Demi Pool, this is by far, I think, my personal favorite. These are on the ground floor, and they're available in 1 and in 2 bedrooms, where you have a walkout, and it goes on to a private little deck area and pool area that you share with the rest of the guests that are staying in this particular area. And a highlight here, just so you know, is that our staff that is, taking drink orders or food orders, excuse me, around the pool area will actually hop up and come over and take your drink and food orders and bring that up for you. This is especially a really nice category to also consider if you're traveling with little ones, or whether it's the grandkids or the kids and whatnot, because you can still enjoy yourself out on the deck area and put the kids down for a nap if need be. So again, a really great category for the Marival Distinct property. We also have luxury ocean view categories, and the difference here is the fact that you're on a higher floor, so you're guaranteed an ocean view. And why not? If you're celebrating something special, or you're just really celebrating that you're going on vacation finally, we also have a penthouse unit, and that is available in 1, 2, and even the 4 bedroom categories. The difference with these units is that you have a staircase that lead up to a private terrace with your own private plunge pool. So again, wonderful to experience your vacation all inclusive. And it also gives you an opportunity in these larger units that we have, again, starting at 1,400 square feet. And with these private plunge pool to also social distance if that's what you feel more comfortable with. And last but not least, we have our wonderful villas. Our villas are 3 bedrooms, and this is basically a standalone home, but with the wonderful world of all-inclusive, and you also have a pool in the back area. So again, a fantastic option to consider for your vacation. And Marival Harmony, I guess, again, continuing with our multi-bedroom tradition to accommodate larger families. Here we have our brand new property that started, well, it opened up in May of 2019, and this has 268 rooms. But of those as well, we also have the 85 suites that combine 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. The architecture and the look and feel of this particular property is very different. There's a lot of wood, and it sits on a cliff top overlooking Banderas Bay on Destiladeras Beach, which is considered to be one of the best beaches in the bay itself. So again, we have, again, it's 228 rooms, or excuse me, 268 rooms, and again, nestled within a very walkable property. So again, it's nothing that's needed as far as a shuttle to get around the actual complex itself. A spectacular view. I'm jealous just looking at this particular view, but I am so fortunate because one of the things I didn't mention is that I am actually based in Vallarta. So I am fortunate enough to visit these properties on a daily basis. So that's very exciting. And of course, the Pacific Coast. The Pacific Coast is known for its beautiful sunsets. So from all 3 of our properties, you can see just a wonderful sunset every evening. So here we have regular rooms as well. So we have everything from a room with a double bed, 2 double beds, or 1 king, depending on the number of persons that are traveling. And as mentioned, we go into our suites, which we have the 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. So here also, it depends on what you're looking for. We have different categories. One is called Lush, which is a garden view. Another is called Bahia, which is a partial ocean view. And then we have the Armony category, which is our ocean view rooms. So again, what best fits your taste individually is what your travel counselors can recommend and quote you on. One thing that we did a little bit different here at Marival Harmony is that we've always been known with the Marival Resorts to be family friendly, and that does not change with Marival Harmony. However, we did decide to open a tower that is adults only. So this tower is called Cañada. It has its own pool area that is exclusively for the guests that are staying in this particular tower or building, I should say. And here we have 2 different categories. One is called Allure and the other one is called Sierra. And I'll let you know the difference on that. The Allure is basically on the 1st floor, which are either rooms or suites that will go onto, or you can walk out and go down a couple of stairs right from your patio and go right into the pool area. With the Sierra category, these rooms or suites are located on the 2nd floor and upwards. So again, a little bit different, and these are for 18 and over. And the suites, the difference between these suites and the regular suites that we have on the rest of the property is that you also have a treadmill included. So if you want to exercise in your own privacy, and again, you know, things are a little bit different now with gymnasiums, and maybe you again want a social distance, this is a great way to do it as well. So an all-inclusive, we have to talk about the dining experiences that we have. And this is something that we have such a variety of, from, you know, your comfort foods, and if you want to try something different. A lot of people have the perception sometimes, especially with Maryvale Distinct, that if you go to a very luxurious resort, that you're not going to find the things that you might want to eat, or maybe you're not as adventurous, so you think maybe that might not be a choice for you. I'm here to tell you today that you have everything you can think of. If you want to try something outside of your comfort zone, or if you want to stick to, you know, the great nachos and tacos and burgers and pizzas and stuff, we really have something for everyone. We also have vegetarian options. We have children menus at all of our restaurants, and we also offer vegetarian and even some vegan dishes, and of course gluten-free, which is very important to make sure that everyone knows that, because these days a lot of people have dietary restrictions and we are able to accommodate everyone's taste. So starting and going back to our original property, at this resort, we have 6 different restaurants, of which 4 of them are specialties. So you have international, Italian, Mexican. We also have a wonderful snack bar with the best pizza in town. We also have a buffet restaurant. So the difference with our restaurants here at Maribel Emotions is that our specialty restaurants do require reservations, but a great option that we offer you as guests is that you're able to make your reservations online ahead of time. So if you're someone that likes to schedule, you can go ahead and do that 1 week prior to your arrival, and it applies all year with the exception of Christmas and New Year's, and it's for tables of up to 8 persons. So this is a great option as well. We also at Marival Distinct have the Omaggio restaurant, which is international. We have Lemongrass, which during the day is a poolside with lots of great options to choose from, but in the evening it's a chalkboard menu. We also have a fabulous wine bar, which is, I think, one of Mark's favorite places to have an attitude adjustment. So this is a great place to also have a glass of wine and maybe a tasty bite. 24-hour room service at this property. We also have Insu, which is, I think, one of the highlights of the property, which is a rooftop, and it's a tapas bar. So lots of choices for you. And with the Marival Distinct property, there are no reservations required for any of your meals, with the exception of one. And that is going to be our newest area that opened in 2017, which is called Montamare. I mentioned this is the beachfront area, but this particular restaurant, just for dinner, does require a reservation. So it's a wonderful menu as well. So make sure you try it out if you come down and visit us, which we hope will be soon. And adjacent to the Marival Distinct property, we do have a plaza, and this plaza is where our spa is located, and it's also where the gymnasium is located for this property. But we also have 2 restaurants that are outside of the all-inclusive, but if you want to try some wonderful Japanese food with a Mexican flair, our Nixon restaurant is the place to do that. And we also have a D-Stock Deck and Bistro to mention to you as well. When we move over to Maryvale Harmony, we've got some great choices there. We have a beautiful Palapa, which is our buffet restaurant that in the evening has theme night. So it's live cooking stations or cuisines in the different areas. So this is a wonderful spot. And if you can see here on this photo, during the months of December through mid-December to mid-April, we have the humpback whales that come into the bay, and you can literally be sipping on your coffee, enjoying a wonderful morning, and see them right from the actual restaurant. So that's a highlight in itself. And part of your all-inclusive. With the blend, we also have up in the lobby area a great little coffee, beer, and wine area, which also serves breakfast, continental breakfast in the morning. So this is a nice place to grab something quick, especially if you're on your way out to maybe do an excursion or discover the destination in visiting the nearby towns. We also have Essence, which is our a la carte, open for all 3 meals throughout the day. And of course, I mentioned that we did a building that's dedicated to adults only. So we also wanted to complement that. And we do have a restaurant that is open for dinner, and it is for adults only. And at this property, it is the only restaurant that does require a reservation. And last but not least, we also duplicated our Insu Sky Lounge. The setup is a little bit different, and this has windows that open up so you can see the entire bay. So it's quite beautiful. And again, with the tapas menu from different continents. So you can try lots of little small bites and share and just really make a dinner out of it, actually. So at both Insu at Marival Harmony and at Marival Distinct, after 10 o'clock, it is for adults only. And in the evenings, especially Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, we do have a DJ, so there's music and well, there's a little dancing going on, so the ambience changes up a little bit. Different bars throughout the properties as well. Drops is probably one of the favorites. It's located at our infinity pool at Marival Armony and has its own swim up. Entertainment-wise, well, when you're staying in an all-inclusive, you can do as little or as much as you like. So remember that our flagship property, which is the Maribel Emotions, has the activities staff, and they're really the full force if you're looking for the fun and games and the water polo and the pool or the beach volleyball. This is definitely, a great choice. However, we do have activities also at Marival Harmony, and at Marival Distinct, it's a little bit more low key, but guests that are staying at the Marival Distinct property do have full access to come over to the Marival Emotions property. So that kind of opens up a whole other world of entertainment during the day and in the evening. And we do have golf carts that go back and forth on a 24-hour basis. So it's very easily accessible. everything from tennis courts, and at 2 of the properties, which are Marival Emotions and at Maryvale Distinct, we also have a fantastic golf deal with unlimited green fees available at Maryvale Distinct and 1 per person per stay at Marival Emotions. It's at the Flamingos Golf Course, so if you're a golfer, again, your counselor can set you up, and you can even make your tee times before you come down to the Marival Resorts. And we don't forget the little ones. We've got kids clubs, Marival Kids, located at all 3 resorts, and on site at the Marival Emotions and at Marival Harmony, we also have a teens club for 13 to 17-year-olds, because they're a little too old to go to the kids club and a little too young still to be going over to the night activities and whatnot. So this is a great option for them. Outside of the Marival Kids Club hours, which is 9 to 5, and it is for ages 4 and up. We do have babysitting services available at all 3 resorts, but one of the value adds that we offer at Marival Distinct is also a free nanny service. The nanny service is included for minimum 5-night stays, and it is a one-time shot of up to 8 hours. So how you choose to use it is entirely up to you. Some guests might want to have some alone time as a couple and go for a dinner, go for a romantic dinner for a couple of hours, or perhaps you want to go off-site and enjoy an excursion or head into one of the small towns in the area. And so that's something that you can do, and your kids are looked after at no additional cost to you. So again, a great option there. We also have a fabulous program called Family Emotion. So this basically is to customize your family experience even more so, over and above the all-inclusive that you already have. And this particular program is available in certain categories and at all 3 resorts. So depending on the size of your family and what type of category you're looking for, you can do it in a regular room at Marival Harmony, in a 1-bedroom suite at Marival Emotions, or a 2-bedroom, and a 2-bedroom suite at all 3 properties. So again, depending on the size of your family, it has inclusions and gifts, and the most important is quality time with your family with a customized picnic, and of course a wonderful photo shoot with photos for you to take back and remember your fabulous vacation at the Marival Resorts. So this is a really great add to an already great all-inclusive vacations. Also, while you're on site, you can have the use of everything from GoPro cameras and mermaid tails and what am I thinking? Baby carriages, strollers and whatnot. So, you know, you don't necessarily even have to bring all of your house with you if you're traveling with little ones. So it's very convenient as well. And on an all-inclusive vacation, most properties do have spa facilities, and we are, of course, part of that, where we have at Marival Emotions a day spa as well as a beauty salon, and at Marival Distinct and at Marival Armony we have a wonderful concept of a spa called Melange. And what we've taken is different concepts from around the world as far as techniques and created these lovely treatment rooms, and they're called signature treatments, which involve everything from grapes and olive oils, and there's Thai, there's India. So if you are someone who enjoys a spa experience, this is very, very unique and very different. So perhaps you're looking at a girls getaway. I think the combination of our larger units would be ideal, as well as a choice for these type of trips as well. And we also just want to make sure that you're aware, maybe you're thinking of getting married in destination. This is, I have to say, the #1 comeback after, I guess you could say, post-COVID. We're seeing lots of destination weddings, whether they're rebooking because they had planned to come last year or earlier this year, or new wedding groups that are coming down. This is really becoming quite popular at all 3 of our resorts, and we do have wedding packages, again, to cater to everyone's tastes, and including South Asian weddings. So I think that just has an option available to everyone who is looking to do a special celebration in destination. And of course, we also have a great convention space. So if you happen to be a business person that your company at one point, maybe in the future, I know right now it's not exactly the time for conventions, but do note that we do have on-site facilities for conventions at both Marival Emotions and Marival Harmony. So with that said, I think that covers what Marival Resorts are all about. We've been around and we were the pioneers in the all-inclusive concept. As I mentioned, we definitely were the pioneers in the first to have accommodations with multi-bedrooms to accommodate families of 3 children or more, or groups of friends that are traveling together. And we really have made it our priority to make you feel that you're home away from home. We have so many different staff members, too many to mention, but if some of you are listening and you have been here before, you, I'm sure, have met Carlos, our concierge at Maribel Distinct, and of course Reggie, who kind of, you know, visits and flies around from each hotel to the other resorts. So again, really, really great option for Marival Resorts. We hope that you select us for your next vacation, and do not forget how important it is to sit down with a travel counselor, because I've given you a world of information and I don't expect you to remember it all, but the girls and staff at Marival Resorts, and of course at Comfort Tours, are the experts, and they'll be able to answer any questions for you, and we'll be happy to quote you your travel plans down to flying into Puerto Vallarta and staying with us here in Riviera Nayarit. So thank you so much for your time and your attention this afternoon. And if you have any questions, I think Mark is coming back on as well and wanted to maybe add a couple of comments. So thank you again so much.
And B, thank you. I will tell you that seeing those pictures and listening to you talk have just brought back so many memories. So the group of you who are listening know, I personally have been down to these properties maybe 12 different times on vacations. I've taken a lot of groups to these properties, including the Marival Harmony, just as early as February of this past year. So I want to tell a story, though, from personal experience. And the one thing I do think we can offer you, maybe more than anything, is the firsthand experience of knowing all these properties and knowing what the Marival Resorts, the 3 properties offer you. Because I'll tell you what, never before, always a vacation is important, always, but never before is your vacation this year, next year, or whenever as important as it's been with us being kind of not able to do a lot of vacations over the last 15 months or so. But I want to tell you a story that we hear, a comment that we hear all the time, especially at that Marival Distinct, but this holds true with all the different properties, is that they are literally blown away when they see, our customers are blown away when they see the rooms, see how well appointed they are, the size of the rooms, the incredible views, that sort of thing. So their first impression always is just so good. And then at the end of the stay, or when they get back, they will tell us that at the end of their vacation, what they remembered most is the quality of food and the amazing service and staff that they had at any one of these 3 Marival properties. So I know, you know, in this day and age, you get what you pay for, and I think that's really important, maybe more now than ever before. But our expertise is to match you up with what the right property is for you. And in the all-inclusive world, my goodness gracious, there's so many choices. And then there's so many destinations. You know, many people have not, maybe from the Midwest at least, not been to the west side of Mexico, to the Puerto Vallarta area, Nueva Vallarta, which is the north side of Puerto Vallarta. Maybe you've been to Cabo or Mazatlan or Acapulco or whatever, but Puerto Vallarta is just spectacular. The whole Banderas Bay, so I'll use that. These properties are in the north part of Puerto Vallarta, called Nueva Vallarta or Riviera Nayarit. But I absolutely have fallen in love with that whole Banderas Bay, Puerto Vallarta, Nueva Vallarta area, because the mountain ranges of the Sierra Madres goes around this U-shaped bay that is just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. And it is the view is gorgeous. You know, you go to Cabo and it's kind of flat and kind of deserty. This area, for the most part of the year, is very lush, very green. And activities, my gosh, there's so much to do. You heard B talk about the whales when we were down there in February. We were staying at the Marival Harmony, our group was, and we saw more whales. I kid you not, we saw more whales in maybe one day than I've seen maybe in my whole life. combined, and they're just, you see the humpbacks everywhere from morning until evening. Beach said it best. Sunsets, if you're into sunsets like I am, there's no better place, I don't think, outside of Hawaii, perhaps, than watching sunset. And on that subject of Hawaii, we have a lot of people that come back and comment that tell us that Banderas Bay and the mountain ranges and the lushness and the beauty, palm trees, beaches, all that reminded them of Hawaii. And we remind them, yes, but it's at a 5-star or a 4.5-star all-inclusive, and you didn't have to take a 9-hour flight from Kansas City to get there. So there's a lot of positives to it. And again, keep in mind, they were really the first, the Marival group was, with that Marival distinct 1, 2, 3, and 4 bedrooms under one roof. So you said it so very well, for multi-generational get-togethers or girls get-togethers, or whatever the situation is. My gosh, if you looked at that, the 4 bedrooms, I think, are 3,400 or 3,500 square feet, and that does not count that big, beautiful deck that's outside. And we can help you with which accommodations, which categories are best for you. I think that's very, very important counsel that we can give you. We can help you, as B said, their golf program is tremendous. I'm a golfer. I've had a chance to golf all the golf courses down there. I love it. My wife is into spa, but so am I, and we've had a chance to do all those signature spas that B told you about. And I mean, they are world-class spas. So if your vacation is quiet and peaceful, we can offer it to you there at these properties. If you want it to be as active as can be and something going on literally 20 hours a day, we can help you find out what's best for you too. The properties are just amazing. And again, all the properties, they just plain have such great service and food. And I think that's one of the things people come away with. That Insu Sky Lounge, every time I see those pictures, it reminds me of, every time we're there, we meet, if we're there with friends or family or with a group, it's just, everybody meets up there, usually around sunset time, especially at the Distinct, but same way at the Armony or over at the Emotions. And it's just the easiest place to feel comfortable, feel relaxed, feel totally on a vacation. Again, like I say, whether you're doing a lot or whether you're doing nothing at all. B did say something I want you families to hear about, mom and dad and grandma and grandpas. If you so opt to stay at the Marival Distinct, the nicest property, and you're all together, you can still take, for example, like our grandkids, 8 and 6, you can take them down to the Emotions, and they will have a blast. And that is one active, fun area. And then, especially for grandma and grandpa, then you come back to the peace and quiet, but mom and dad too. You come back to the peace and quiet and tranquility of the Distinct, and you kind of have the best of both worlds. And that's one reason why we sell so many of these Marival properties. Our satisfaction rate has been just so incredibly good for all these years. And as B knows, we've sent just thousands of our customers there. And I cannot tell you that we've had any place that we've sent people anywhere in the Caribbean or Mexico that has given our clients more satisfaction and a better vacation than these 3 properties of the Marival Group. So again, like I say, what I would encourage you to do, if what you've heard today sounds good to you, you can check out our website or Facebook, Cruise Holidays of Kansas City Facebook page. We've got a lot of pictures, a lot of videos there. But one of the best things to do literally is talk to one of our counselors, that's our staff, and almost everybody, like B said, has experienced all 3 of these properties, and they can match you up with what's right for you and help you craft or customize the best vacation you possibly can have. And again, I would say to you, if you're just now getting comfortable in traveling and want to go yet this summer, late spring, we can find you. We can find you availability. If it's fall, if it's winter, or holidays, you better be acting really pretty quick. One of our agents has put together a group over Valentine's Day, and whoa, she's been working on this for about a month, and And I'm so glad she did, because if she waits much longer, there's not going to be space available. 2022 is going to be a spectacular year. So B, with that said, I just want to say thank you so much. You guys have been such great partners to us. We know that when we hand off our customers to you, whether it's you, B, or whether it's Carlos or Reggie or any of the staff that works at any of these three fabulous Marival properties, our guests are going to be taken care of great with you, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And one thing to note, Mark, is that, we were talking about deals in 2021. Let's not forget that, you guys are a very special partner with us. And this is something that is exclusive with just a very few. And you are obviously on that list. And we have extended our gift bundle for you until May 31st. So anyone that's booking in the next month that travels through mid-December of this year, we have everything from a complimentary upgrade to the next category. We also have unlimited Wi-Fi for as many devices as you like. I mean, some people travel with, I don't know, 10 different devices. So that's a plus. That's, not an out-of-pocket expense. We also have double resort credits. So you can use those for the spa, for, a bottle of wine. There's, a series of different coupons that you'll receive when you check in. And that is something that is exclusive with Comfort Tours if you're booking in the next month. So make sure if you do want to travel, take advantage of these wonderful promotions, because now is the time if you're looking for the deal. And we're very fortunate and grateful that travel is coming back, and we'd love to see you sooner than later. So thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
And B, thank you. And the one last thing too, if you are looking to do destination wedding, anybody watching this, if you have brides to be, we've done several destination weddings there. Matter of fact, my nephew Bennett Comfort got married right there on the beach and had a spectacular experience. One of our staff, Nicole Busenbar, got married there right on the beach, and we can help you with all those. So whether it's a group, whether it's solo travelers, whether it's families, whether it's couples, let us help you. Our goal is to help you find the very, very best place for your vacation at the very, very best value. And we want so badly to help you create memories that last a lifetime. And that's why we're having this webinar today. Again, you will never hear me say I have a favorite property outside of that incredible Marival Distinct. And I'm looking to do a great big birthday that ends with zero next May 30th. At the same place I've done my 60th birthday party there and a couple other birthdays. So B, again, thank you so much. Tell the staff there and all our friends hello for us. Sal and Alfonso and Reggie and Daphne and Carlos, of course. Tell them all we said hello, and we look forward to seeing them soon.
My pleasure. Thank you, Mark.
All the best. Thank you, everybody, for watching again. Let us help you. We're here. We're one of the few agencies that has gotten through this whole mess that still has a business model of customer satisfaction with first-class service and knowledge of the industry, and that's what we want to do. We want to keep. Mimi and I will never change our desire to have this business model being a first-class experience, a knowledgeable experience. We care about our customer experience. We're not going to go to an internet type based business or the no service type business, and that's kind of what you're going to see an awful lot of in the years ahead. So we're rebuilding, and we're financially strong, and our business right now, my gosh, is better than it's been in literally 15, 16 months. And you just cannot believe the number of people that are saying, I need a vacation, I want a vacation, I deserve a vacation, I'm going to take a vacation. So by the way, keep in mind, these resorts right now, like at B's property, the Maryvale properties, they are 60% full maximum at this point in time. That could change a little bit. So it's very, very, very easy to social distance. Okay, everybody, thanks so much for joining us today. You know what? You deserve a great vacation, and we want to help you with your vacations. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.